there, Scorpio. This is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, big special welcome to you. Thanks for stopping by, and please make sure that you hit subscribe so you never miss another video. Today, we're going to be doing a reading for Scorpio. This is a timeless reading, which means whenever you are watching this, wherever you are in the world, you have been drawn to this message, and this message is for you. Today, I have the Modern Spellcasters Tarot spread out with my clear quartz. I like to open up the energy that way and get things flowing. Now, let's see. We're going to go ahead and shuffle. Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? What's coming up for Scorpio? Timeless message. Okay. Now, this is going to be a 12-card reading. I do start out with 8 cards, and then I add 4 more for a total of 12. Now we're going to see what the cards have to say for you, Scorpio. Okay. Let us see what we've got. All right, Scorpio. Okay, so what is coming up for you? We start off here with our 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles talks kind of about, well, first of all, it's Pentacles. So that's kind of about earthly things. This would involve kind of like things in your physical world. This card implies a sense of legacy. So something that might be passed on to you, might have been built from something in the past that, again, like legacy. Somebody else has done this as well. So let's see what else we've got. But we've definitely got that happiness, that wholeness, and that legacy feeling there. All right, next we have our 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is about standing your ground. It's about kind of staying firm, looking out there, wondering, you know, whatever comes my way, I'm ready to defend my little pile of sticks. Well, obviously not. But this could be in terms of something, I believe it's carrying something that perhaps family or maybe your predecessor at work or something like that, that you're needing to wanting to include your own ideas in things, yet you want to protect your legacy, your guidance, your mentorship, you know, whatever that looks like, that somebody's worked on in the past and kind of passed along. But you also want to incorporate your own ideas and your own thoughts and take a direction and build off of where it is now. This talks about a burden, that this is very much a burden. You know, carrying that load, obviously, as you can see by the card, that, you know, he's carrying this load. The thing about this card is, yes, he is carrying a heavy load, but he is doing it. He is making it. He is not, you know, on the ground. He's not dropping things. He's doing it. So sometimes it's about successfully carrying it, but just having a lot of weight, you know, carrying a lot of weight with you, which, you know, it is a burden when you're feeling that legacy feeling, you know, the rest of the people in your family, the rest of your people at work, you know, because this doesn't necessarily have to be your family, like grandpa said this, then dad said this, and now I say this. You know, it could be about work, your predecessor, or something like that, carrying that load, but yet you're still wanting to do things a little differently, but yet you're carrying that load. Next, we have our Page of Pentacles. Again, we've got Pentacles. Pentacles is really showing me that this is an earthly matter. I'm feeling work here. I'm feeling work. It doesn't have to be work, but I'm really starting to feel work here with all the pentacles we've got. But anyway, this page is all about kind of a new way of doing things. This is somebody who is ready to get started The Page of Pentacles is often, what's included in the meaning there is the manifestation of something new. Again, I really feel like you've got a new idea, you've got a new sense of how to do things, but you're carrying the baggage of knowing you have to follow what somebody else did. So here you're trying to introduce this. You're trying to, whoever that is that you have to convince, whether that's a person that you're working with, or maybe it's the people that this affects, or, you know, whatever that looks like for you. But it's moving a little slowly, but it is moving. And it's that introductory, that beginning conversation, starting to move forward. Next, we have our Nine of Pentacles. You see how many pentacles? This is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is our success card. If I had to write one word on this card to remember what it means, I would literally write success. But it's about being surrounded by, you know, everything's going well. I mean, just feeling like everything's great. You know, which kind of implies that while you might be carrying this burden, you know, and you've got your own ideas, I think you're seeing success. So the culmination of your past experience, your ideas, the legacy, the things that are being passed on to you from somebody in the past or who was there before you, it's being incorporated well. So this looks like a successful, you know, integration. That's the word, integration of your own ideas into what has already been established that is working. And as the combination, you have success again. Our King of Cups is here to remind you that there still might be some criticism. You still might be hearing some things, maybe things that you might have instituted or introduced to the equation. Somebody might be questioning that, maybe questioning your ability, your ideas, those kinds of things. What our King of Cups is saying, though, is that you've got this. You got this. The King of Cups is very stable. He looks out for, you know, making sure everybody is calm, but he pulls himself back because he doesn't like being criticized. So keep that in mind. You know, that criticism is part of the dialogue, part of the compromise, and part of other people understanding what it is that you are bringing to the table, what you're adding to that previous work that had been done. And the success might bring, you know, some more challenges, like how are we going to do this? What's going on? If it's family related, you know, that is a lot of emotional types of emotionally charged things. I am feeling a lot like work, though. We've got a lot of work stuff going on here. So I feel like it's more something you're working on. You know, sometimes when we're working on things too, legacy doesn't necessarily, like I said earlier, mean grandma said this and then mom said that and now I do it this way. It could be, you know, things that you've put on yourself, like if you're studying and somebody before you has been successful and now you're trying to do your own thing and you've kind of gotten locked into thinking about what this person did in the past, this teacher, this, you know, mentor, whoever. So, you know, it could be that as well. Now here next we have our Five of Cups. This talks about, you know, here, remember what I told you about our king. He gets a little sensitive, doesn't like to be criticized. This is an emotional thing for you. It looks like this might be something where you're like, oh, you know, maybe focusing on what's not going right instead of just on what is going right. So this is maybe going to be an emotional dip for you. The nice thing about the tarot is now you can kind of be anticipating, not creating it, not looking for it, but prepared. Maybe that's the right way to say it, prepared. And to not only look at what's not working, the criticism, somebody's complaint, and remembering you have all this success. So it's not just about standing up and being compared to that legacy point from where you started, but keeping your new, fresh ideas and knowing that comes with the territory. Some people aren't going to be happy with change. Next, we have our Queen of Pentacles, another Pentacles. This Pentacle, or this Queen, I mean, she is very much somebody who has job security, who is sometimes a bit materialistic, Look at her looking at her pentacle. I love my pentacle. Well, again, that's why I'm really going with work here, because or something you're doing in your physical world, you know, as opposed to like a personal growth type of thing. It could be work, home, it could even be health, it could be school. You know, these are the things that it looks to be including. Anyway, this is somebody who has great job security. So what, again, I'm going to say with the success card here and with this card here, that whatever this is does look like it will be successful in the end. The one thing our Queen of Pentacles points out, though, is that there does need to be a continuation of to keep the momentum going. You can't just sit on the one success and be like, all right, I'm riding the wave. You got to, you know, be ready to go on to phase 2, 3, 4, and so forth. All right, now I'm going to add my additional 4 cards. I call this the bridge, and we'll be reading top to bottom and see how the top layer connects to the bottom. Okay, whoops. There we go, sorry. All right, so we've got our 10, that's that legacy, plus our success, and it is bridged over by the Chariot. Okay, the Chariot talks about clearing the clutter and just going forward, moving forward. Look at how this horse and chariot are moving so fast there. This talks about, you know, again, with our success here and our legacy here, I think this is something that, you know, you're feeling really confident about. I think this is something people are on board with you about. It isn't about people not wanting you to succeed or not wanting you to share your wisdom. It's more about people being on board and just resistant to change. I mean, I saw that here, the resistance to change perhaps, but everybody's anxious for the result. So you got to keep that in mind if you do have resistance. Now, here's where you're kind of protecting that idea and things like that. And we've got our King of Cups, who's a little sensitive. Remember, does not like to be criticized, but says he's got this, you know. Well, what bridges that? What brings it from the idea and defending yourself to feeling like, okay, I've got this, but I still feel criticized? It's the Devil card. Now, never worry. The devil is not the devil. It is not an inherently evil card. But it does talk about somebody who is kind of domineering, somebody who wants to be the boss, somebody who wants to do things, you know, their way. It kind of also talks about breaking free of what has happened in the past. Remember what I said? This is great. It's legacy, and it's obviously was successful. Moving forward, you're going to take what you learned from that and what's working and add your new, fresh ideas. Well, I don't think everybody's kind of on board with that. I think that, you know, there might be people who are a little bit unreasonable about this. Remember, too, we talked about people who are resistant to change. Not that it's a bad idea, but change is scary to people sometimes. You know, so that is what this is saying. These are about other people influencing or trying to influence this. But the success is there, the strength is there. So therefore, we need not to let that deter us. All right, so what have we got here? So again, our burden, the burden of success and carrying that legacy to, you know, perhaps feeling like nothing's working because you're getting that emotional rejection about something that's happening. We have our Knight of Pentacles. Remember, here we have our Page. Well, the Knight obviously is after the Page. So this is a continuation. However, he's a little faster than our Page. So the Page is ready, you know, to get started on it. It's new communication, manifesting new things. Yet our Knight is like, all right, let's take this new manifestation, new ideas, and let's move forward with it. Remember, we're carrying our burden of our legacy, but we're ready to move forward with our new ideas. Moving forward with our new ideas seems like when you might feel that resistance. You know, that resistance is to be expected, as I mentioned a little bit ago. But the point is, you got to have a little bit, pull back your emotions a bit. And you can do that by moving slowly, by focusing on the end game and still paying attention to kind of like that functionality of what it is you're doing. Again, pulling that emotion out and continuing to move forward. You don't let this cripple you. right? That emotional pushback. Based on this, I don't even think it's a huge deal. I just think it maybe hurts your feelings or, oh, great. And the bridge here, we've got our bridge from our Page of Pentacles to our Queen. Remember, our Queen has job security. She is often, though, not completing the plan or looking forward to have a plan or second step or what have you. Well, our King of Wands bridges that gap, that's for sure. The King of Wands is part of the power couple. This is somebody who has, his finger on the pulse in terms of everything that is important. It's not just about the money. It's not just about the emotions. It's not just about the friendship, about the family, about the work relationship. It's about all of it. This person gets everything in line. People like this person. He's successful on various fronts. So the real message here is about staying focused, keep moving. Remember to always be forward thinking. I have the feeling that this has something to do with perhaps work or something earthly that you're working on. Are you looking into a move? Are you, changing schools? Maybe somebody went to that same school. It's something to that nature, though. And I'm sure, obviously, you'd be the one to determine where that fits. But keep in mind, there might be a little pushback, but it's okay. It's okay to be challenged a little bit. That's how we grow. This is a new idea, and I think this is just a blip on the radar, perhaps a little challenge because of being afraid of change. But take your great ideas, incorporate it with what others have done in the past. And whether this is somebody connected to you or a teacher, a mentor, or just somebody, your predecessor in some way, take what's worked and add your own flair to it. That's exactly what this is saying. Oh, Scorpio. Well, I hope this helped. Please make sure you comment. I would love to hear how you're thinking and how this fits into your life right now. Let me know if it resonates. And please make sure that you hit subscribe on your way out and make sure you come and visit me. I have daily uploads at noon and I have a live show every Friday. Awesome. Good to see you. Thanks for coming.